Alright, so welcome back to our next episode of our coaching series, and today we're going to talk about what does a buyer's agent do during the weekdays compared to a seller's agent. Alright, let's go. Mindset of a salesperson has become a very passive for the past 11 years.
This conference.
Probably this will help agents who are probably in their first year in the business itself, and usually there's a very clear differentiation if you are serving buyers compared to serving sellers because the job scope is entirely different, but it's also very hard to separate because most of the time when you're helping a seller to sell their place, after selling it, you will need to help them to buy a place as well. So you need to be very skilled in both aspects. If you're in the sales and purchase kind of business model or you're in the listing based model, then you need to be very skilled in both selling, marketing, as well as purchase and investment kind of skill set. Alright, so let's talk about what does a buyer's agent do during the weekdays. So a lot of people thought that property agents are very free during the weekdays. That's totally not true. In fact, weekdays are the prime time because this is the time for a lot of arrangement, a lot of research, a lot of day-to-day kind of grinding, a lot of problem solving. There's a lot of coordination to do. Most of your time is spent either on researching on the laptop, calling for information, finding out information, and you're spending a lot of time on the phone, texting, WhatsApping, calling people, dealing with vendors and stuff like that. So just for example, if you have just one buyer to serve, assuming this buyer has a certain time frame to buy, and they're very serious to buy the agreement with you to help them exclusively to purchase their dream home. During the weekdays from Monday to Fridays, most likely what you'll be doing is that you will be doing a lot of research plus arrangement for the Saturday, Sunday viewing. Alright, because most properties can be viewed during the weekends. Why is that so? Because on weekends, that's the time that most resale sellers are available to open up their places. You will be doing a lot of calling and coordination to co-broke with the seller's agent, which is the listings agent. You as a buyer's agent, firstly, you need to know the exact requirement of your buyers. Where do they want to buy? What is their budget? Have you done the financial calculation for their purchase? Have you sat down with them to run through with them the buyer's time frame? Have you looked into whether there's any potential issues? You need to know exactly what are their needs and requirements before you can do a very efficient and effective search for their next home. So when you search for their next home, that is where the part where a lot of homework and time is spent on the computer, because you then need to run through all the listings and start calling the listings agent one by one, or you need to text them one by one to really get information so that you know whether firstly is this property still available. Let's say for example, if your buyer has certain requirements in terms of the door facing or the living room facing, or they only want to have an unblocked view. There's a lot of different types of permutations that you need to know as a buyer's agent. So I would say Monday to Friday is really the prime time for the buyer's agent to do a lot of research so that they can then start to slot up viewings for the Saturday and Sunday. The Saturday and Sundays is also tricky because you need to arrange the viewing so that the moment you pick up your buyer, you are able to show them one shot for a good 3 hours so that you can line up the viewings back to back. It makes it very effective for your buyers as well. So I would say the buyer's agent has a lot of time spent on arrangement, research, coordination. Now, what about the seller's agent? Seller's agent will have a lot of time spent in marketing preparation, marketing the home, running the ads, coordinating between your photographers, your video crew. You also need to so-called tweak the ads, research about the property. You need to find out about the title. Also a lot of coordination and prep work towards the weekends. Especially for a seller's agent, you need to be very skilled in terms of marketing and promoting the home in order to reach out to the right group of buyers. You also need to be skilled at the actual presentation of the home itself when the buyers walk in. You need to have a good flow. At the same time, you need to foresee any potential objections that the buyers might have and try to think of solutions and possibilities to offer to the buyers so that you can see whether does this home suit them or not to have an effective sale for your sellers. Alright, so that's the job scope for the buyer's agent and for the seller's agent, and we hope that this episode helps you, especially if you're first year in the market. Alright, see you in the next one.